marry him. The first time I saw them was on my roka. I met this guy actually.
Stop.
Could you imagine?
No.
इतना कौन सोचता है? Men in love are different.
Hello, and welcome to Love Handle, where we get unfiltered about love and relationships. Today on Love Handle, we have a guest who I consider to be a very close friend and someone I'm very privileged to know. She's one of the most intelligent, kind, and compassionate women that I've ever met. And today I'm very happy to unpack her story with us. Hi Priyanka, welcome.
Thank you, Chandra. Thank you for your kind words.
Thank you for joining us. So can you tell us a little bit about what is your relationship status at this moment?
So I'm engaged. I'll get married in November, which is like two or 3 months away.
Congratulations. So now that you've, hit this milestone, let's rewind the clock to before you even met your current fiancé. What state of mind were you in through the relationship search process?
So when I was 25, I was in that headspace that I want a companion, I want to be somebody's partner. And I remember I turned like 26 and my father asked me if you have anybody in your life. And I'm like, not really. And then he asked me like, are you open to the arranged setup? And in my head, like, it really does not matter if you find your partner through a dating app or like a wedding portal or through your parents or through friends. Like, it does not matter. That's like just a medium to like finding someone.
Yeah.
So I was open to everything. Like, I was open to just love coming my way, I would say. So I remember I was in Goa for our company retreat. And my father just called me and he's like, I've sent you one biodata and I would like you to, see it. And if you like it, we can take things forward. And I didn't really pay attention to that. So yeah, I went home and then again, like he brought it up and I was like, okay, I'll meet him. And then we met. It was my brother and I and Vivek and his sister. And it was the four of us. It was pretty awkward in the beginning because we didn't have any chat before we met.
Not even on text or
never.
anything? Okay.
Like, I did not have his number.
Right.
I literally just had like a photo and I knew, like, there were a few things that I liked about his profile. One of them was that he had studied from the UK and so did I. So there was sort of commonality there. So yeah, we went there. It was pretty awkward in the beginning. But then Sumit and his sister, they left. They're like, okay, you guys can have like a chat. And I think that was really nice because it was not at home. So there weren't like too many people watching us. And, I think this is like a lot of pressure when it's at home. So it was better that we met outside. And then, yeah, in that first meeting, we covered so much ground. Like, we talked about so many things. Like, I had some pointers in mind that these are the things that I have to know about this person if I want to take things forward.
Right.
And there's this thing in arranged marriage that you don't have a lot of time. Like, there is sort of pressure. Like, things are a bit faster in that process. Yeah, so I was like, there are a few things that I need to know about this person. One was like his political beliefs. Because I think it's not just their ideology and belief, but it's also like how you see the minority. Basically, how you see your values, how you see like women and safety. And there's so many things attached to that one, like what side you're on, one stance, right? Yeah. So another thing was like, I didn't want anybody to basically tell me if I should work or not.
Right.
And in that sense, like, he did not have any expectation. He was like, if you want to continue working, you can do that. And if you want to start your own business, you want to do something on your own, work somewhere, it's your choice. Like, I'm never going to tell you, Priyanka, you should do this or that.
Right.
So that was something that I really, really liked. Yeah, I think that was the first meeting.
Perfect. So clearly the first date went really well. So how long after that did it take you to realize that this was the person you wanted to marry?
I think for him, like, I was asking these really important questions. And for him, he was like, I have like 2 or 3 things. Do you like dogs? He has 2 dogs. I was like, do you like dogs? Like, I would really like my partner to like dogs.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I love dogs. And then he's like, I can't stay away from my family. Like, I want to stay with my family. So if that doesn't work with you, then
let me know. Yeah.
Like, it was his like non-negotiable and I had mine. So we talked about that, then just like movies and like traveling and partying and
interests.
And then I just walked out and I'm like, that meeting was so good. Like, I'm not a very chirpy person. Like, I wouldn't call myself an extroverted person. But with him, like, I couldn't stop talking. Like, he brought out a side of me that I really liked. So I was like, that was weird. Like, why was I talking so much and why I was so, like, giddy and happy? And I remember I told my brother, should we take a picture? Like, the two of us, like Vivek and I. And then I was like, nahin, maybe that would mean a lot. That would mean, okay, take a meri haan hai. But yeah, I wanted to, but we didn't. So yeah, I was just walking out of there. I'm like, this is very weird. And then also like these thoughts, right? Like, of course, everybody's going to be on their best behavior on the first date.
Sure.
So like, what do I do now? Like, I was so confused.
Really?
So confused.
Right. Because you felt so strongly so soon.
Exactly. And he, like, first meeting, like, you can't really tell. Like, I could see, I don't know how, but I could see, like, he's a really kind person.
Right.
But I was like, literally, we've met once.
Right.
And I wouldn't recommend this. So I was so confused. So I was like, okay, let's go to a tarot card reader.
Stop. You didn't tell me this. That's crazy.
I went to a tarot card reader.
Naturally.
So Simi, my best friend,
right?
That same like evening, we were in the car, and I'm like, Simi, you know what? And she's like, what? I was like, I met this guy actually that I don't know, I really like.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? Like, she had no idea I'm going through this whole process because that was the first guy I met. Like, I didn't meet anybody else.
Oh, really?
That was the first guy I met.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the first meeting, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then she's like, let's go to the tarot card reader.
Of course.
Yeah, we went to the mall and I saw that reader there. And I'm like, actually, I met a guy.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, what's his name? I said, Vivek. And then she's like, okay, what's the date of birth? And then she's like, so for example, like, this is the card. She's like, marry him.
Oh, stop.
Could you imagine?
No.
She's like, marry him. And I'm like, ma'am. Like, obviously I was not going to take my life decision based on what she says, but it's just a data point. It just meant I was ready for a second meeting.
Sure.
And so I texted him. He had said yes at his place already. Like,
to marry you? Stop it.
Yeah.
Ek baar milne se.
Yeah. After that, we talked for a few days. He had gone to Pushkar, so we couldn't meet. So for 4-5 days, we were just talking on phone for hours now. And then, like, he knew I love going on road trips and everything. Like, he knew a few things about me. So yeah, second meeting, sat in his car after the dinner and we were just talking. And in the car, like, very, like, sweetly and nicely asked me, Priyanka, will you marry me?
Aww,
literally on the second
date.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I just said, like, please ask nicely. Like, I was expecting a proposal. That never happened.
But was there a moment when you knew?
I don't think there was like a moment.
No.
I think the first meeting was so nice.
Yeah.
We talked about so many things.
Right.
The second meeting was also, you know, like different context.
Sure.
We're in a car now.
Yeah.
We're eating at a restaurant, sitting in his car talking. Third meeting was different. So I think I had seen him like in different contexts. And I liked like all sides of him. And also like just really tiny things like, so this one time, it was like late at night and we were going somewhere and we were in some locality in Gurgaon. We want to like exit, we couldn't find the exit gate. And we saw a gate, we drove there and then we realized that the gate is locked. But the guard there, the watchman there, he got up. And then he told us ki the exit is the other way. And then he's like, फालतू में उठा दिया उन्हें. कि वो सो रहे थे and हमने उठा दिया उन्हें. Like he felt really bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
who thinks like that? Yeah.
And like other times as well, like if he has to take a U-turn, and for example, there's like a dog sitting here, so he won't take the U-turn. He won't
move the dog.
Like he will literally take a U-turn, take a reverse, and then take the U-turn so that the dog doesn't have to get out. And I'm like, itna kaun sochta hai? Like he's just so kind. And so yeah, I think these are the like little things that you see in a person, and that's how you know that he's gonna treat you well. Like,
I want to ask you, what was it like meeting his family for the first time?
The first time I saw them was on my roka. Like, they didn't meet me before that.
Okay.
They were like, if Vivek likes the girl, like, he has to stay with her. And
wow,
so,
that's pretty progressive, I feel.
Yeah, so they're like, okay, it's his decision. Like, we're not there to make a decision for him. So yeah, I met them. It was pretty nerve-wracking.
Okay.
My father-in-law asked my mom, not my dad, but my mom, to have a chat. Like, my mom was like, ये थोड़ा late उठती है. Like that's the only thing I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
Like my father-in-law was like, don't worry, like even we don't wake up that early. It's not an issue for us. Bilkul chinta mat karo. We like don't expect her to like wake up early or do this or do that, be a bahu, compromise or just nothing of that sort. I really respect him. It just made me feel like so lucky.
Tell me about the first time you did get to have a conversation, say with your mother-in-law, for example. Like that's such an important relationship,
Yeah.
the mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, and it's something that is talked about a lot in often not so positive connotations.
Right.
So I'd love to know like how is that bond blossoming for you both as well?
Like since day one, she's been like the sweetest person.
Yeah.
Like this one thing they did, they stay on the first floor
Yeah.
and Vivek's room was on the ground floor. They switched it already. Like they are staying on the ground floor. They gave us the
really?
master bedroom with like
wow.
an amazing balcony, amazing
Sure.
view. And I'm like, I'm not even there yet, and they're making these compromises and they're making these like adjustments in their
Right.
life so that I am really like comfortable when I go there.
You must feel so good to know
Yeah.
that, right? I also think that says a lot about like how Vivek was raised, you know? Like when you look at the mom and the dad, you can expect that probably when Vivek too has those
Right.
same values around like making you feel like, you know, no desire of yours is left unfulfilled. So I want to know, do you have a favorite memory with Vivek?
Like the engagement was really nice.
Really? Like that day?
Yes, the entire day. I think like during the engagement, I remember like everybody was waiting for us. We were a bit late. He took care of everything and like people were waiting there. And I remember I wanted to take some shots in like low lighting.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just getting my photo shoot done and he was just sitting there so patiently. And like I think you need a patient man. So like he was just waiting there looking at me, just, you know, being like the center of attention. So that I really liked. Just he was just sitting there. Not like, oh, let's go, we're getting late. Chalo, sab wait kar rahe hain. None of that.
Just letting you be.
Have my moment.
I want to know what's the difference between being in a relationship and sort of dating someone after getting engaged.
There's so much intentionality. Like you just know where you stand.
Obviously, everything's moved really fast. I'm curious, do you feel there are any benefits to undergoing this whole process? Number one, arranged marriage, but also like just moving as quickly as you did.
About taking things fast, I don't think I would tell anyone to do it.
Yeah.
Like even if it's love marriage, even if it's arranged marriage, I would say like take as much time as you can. Like
Yeah.
it's arguably the most, not like one of the most, but the most important decision that you will take
Yeah.
in your life. I would say I've been lucky that
Yeah.
whatever I thought about him, he's just like that, just a little bit better.
Really? Oh. Be still my heart. What advice would you have for other women out there who are currently single, but you know feels like there's maybe no hope? Like, what would you say?
I think one thing that I have noticed is men in love are different. Like, you know, this whole playing games, is he into me, is he not? If you have that thought, he's not into you. If he ever made you feel that way, ki, are we a thing or not? Is he serious or not? Is this going somewhere? It's not going anywhere. I think if somebody is in love with you, somebody is serious for you and they see you as a life partner, they would make sure. Like, men are such impractical creatures and they would do such illogical things just to make their woman, the lady in their life, happy. Like, for example, like again, like tiny things.
Please tell us.
But like I stay in Delhi, he stays in Sona, and this is Gurgaon. So if we have to meet, like we meet every Sunday, I can drive. So if we have to meet, the logical thing would be we both come to Gurgaon, we meet and then go back. But no. He comes to Vasant Kunj, which is like 40 kilometers. We come to Gurgaon, spend some time, drops me back to Vasant Kunj, and then goes back to Sona, which is more than like 120, 130 kilometers. And I'm like, Vivek, I know how to drive. I can drive. And he's like, I know you can, but you don't have to. Like, I'm there now. So why men would act so illogical just to make sure that your life is easy? Yeah.
Is there one thing that you wish you would have known, like, before you met your partner?
Yeah, I think just don't settle for less.
Yeah.
There are people out there who would love to treat you like a queen. You just need to like have some faith, have patience, and just cut off people who are not serving you.
You know, honestly, your story is incredible, and we are so excited to see you start this new chapter of your life. Congratulations once again, and this is really just the beginning. So you must come back and update us, you know, with the new changes that are going to come in afterwards. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Love Handle. We couldn't be more pleased to have had Priyanka, our dear friend, on this video. If you like this video, do be sure to hit subscribe and like it, share it with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.